What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. I'm Anthony TV. Look, do me a favor, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me, man. Like this video and drop a comment if you got a comment. You already know I appreciate your support. Friday, TGIF, man. Gotta love it. We're done for today, guys. Getting ready to unhook from the trailer, man. Hey, I got some new gloves, by the way, man. Gotta show you guys these real quick. Hopefully you can see them. Made by the same brand that I normally wear, Hyper Tough, but these are way better. The other Hyper Tough gloves that I normally wear, which is the 3-pack, I think you can get them for about $5 at Walmart. I got tired of them, man. I'm still gonna wear them because I got a bunch of them, but the only thing, my biggest complaint with those is the touchscreen part. So sometimes, you know, they work fine, but then other times I gotta keep, you know, going on the screen like a lot or really pressing down. These right here, let me show you guys. These are touchscreen gloves. You can see the tips. Index finger, this finger, and the thumb both have the little touchscreen little tips on them, so I can barely like touch the screen, if you can see, and it works so good, man. I love these. So these are a little bit more. These cost me $10 from Walmart, but man, worth every penny. Like I said, I can barely I touch the screen and it works. So I like that feature a lot, man. But yeah, let me go ahead and unhook so we can get done with this day, man. And I'm gonna talk to you guys in a second. Shout out to all the new drivers out there. Let me grab my hammer real quick so I can pull my pin. Good day. Another good week. Not just 2 days, but it was a good week. I'll talk to you guys about that too, because y'all probably like, man, do you ever have a bad day? You always saying you got a good day. Well, I'm gonna talk about that. What up, guys? So we just pulled out from the yard, done for today. Like I mentioned earlier, on the way home, for you guys that's been following the channel for a while, you already know, man, I live about 50 minutes away from the yard. So yeah, man, I gotta drive this distance twice a week, so it's not bad. I'm pretty much used to it at this point. And to me, it doesn't feel like a long drive at all, honestly. You know what I mean? You know, I take the interstate, and it's really never any issues going home that I run into, like, you know, accidents or things like that. Traffic is pretty it's always moving pretty good, so I never really get caught up in anything. It is, well, it's 8:51 now. I got to the yard. I don't know, you guys probably can see it on my handheld, but it was a little after 8:10 or something like that. And then I end up you know, having to finish up my post trips and all that and do my check-in. And then we had to do an audit on our equipment, so I had to do all that type of stuff. And so, you know, got out of there a few minutes later than I would have, which is no problem, right? No problem at all. Still early. But yeah, man, so what I want to talk to you guys about today is how do I overcome adversity? How do I overcome, you know, problems and, you know, different issues that you run into doing this job? Because somebody left a comment on one of my videos and was like, bro, it would be good to hear, you know, how do you overcome problems that you face out there? So some of you guys that's been watching for a long time, you guys probably have heard me talk about some of the issues, some of the things that I've experienced out here doing this job. You know, very similar to what most of you guys that's in this industry, that's in this food service space, you drivers out there, y'all already know, man. You know, we pretty much kind of go through the same thing. And for the most part, for me, you know, there's a variety of different things you can come across or you can run into out here in this food service, you know, space. But I think the main thing for me is dealing with a trailer that's loaded poorly and having to dig for cases. You know, there's been times where I've had pallets that wasn't in proper sequence or order, so I've had to rearrange pallets at times. You know, that particular issue hasn't happened a lot. It's happened, you know, a few times. It actually happened to one of my co-workers when I was on vacation just a few weeks ago. He called me and told me that the truck or the trailer was loaded out of order, so they had to rearrange all those pallets. But yeah, and shout out to my supervisor, because my co-worker told me the supervisor actually went out to help him to get the pallets in order. So that was a good thing he did that, man. I know that saved him a lot of time. But yeah, so things like that happen, man. It's a variety of different, you know, problems, like I said, you can face out here, man. You can run into, you know, mechanical issues. You can run into, you know, having to wait on customers to open up stores or, you know, different locations you go to. You can run into issues that hold you up, like, you know, trying to find how to or where to park at certain places, things of that nature. You can have, you know, a flat tire or anything like that, man. But like I said, for me, the main issue that I run into is the trailer, having to deal with, you know, digging for cases from time to time. And it's not every day. It's definitely not every day, but I do have to dig just like some of you other guys out there. So, you know, anytime I have to dig for cases or I have some pallets that aren't arranged like they should be, I'll take a picture of those problems and then I'll send it to my supervisor. And hopefully, you know, my supervisor passes those pictures on to the warehouse or the distribution center. And, you know, hopefully it's a teaching moment for the selectors or the warehouse personnel that loaded the trailer. Hopefully they can see those pictures and, be explained as to, what the problem was and how they can do it better the next time. For me, being a chain delivery driver, I don't run into, some of the problems that, some of the daytime drivers would probably run into, or having a street route or whatever. The local guys, especially when it comes to like having to wait on customers and stuff like that, because, all of my stops are key drops. So that's one problem that I don't see, you know what I mean? So that's a good thing. And then I guess another one would be the late trailers too. If the trailer is late, thank God we haven't had to deal with that issue for a while, but at one point it was pretty consistent. We were having to deal with those issues, but it seems like they kind of got a handle on that now, so we haven't had to deal with that in a while. So I'm happy about that. But to get to, how I deal with those type of issues, it's simple for me, man. First off, man, I'm real big on mindset. Really, really, really big on mindset, positive attitude, positive energy. I'm just really big on that, man. And I'm not gonna say that, those type of issues don't frustrate me when they happen, because, frankly, they do. To be honest with you, those issues do frustrate me, but I don't let those type of problems disrupt, my peace long term, right? Maybe in the short term, maybe for a moment, yes, but not long term. I don't know, I just try to be really really positive, man. And I understand how powerful the mind is. Your mind is a powerful thing, man. And that's why, with this job, and this is something that I've said many times, you have to be strong mentally and be able to deal with certain things, certain obstacles, certain challenges out here. And you gotta be able to deal with these things and not let it mess your whole day up. You just gotta understand that, look, unfortunately, these type of things kind of come with the job, at least for right now, until they can find some sort of solution to the problem. I don't know if they ever will, but you just gotta understand from a mental standpoint, like, this just kind of comes with the job. And complaining isn't gonna do anything to fix that situation. Complaining in that moment while you out on your route and looking at the issue, you know what I mean? You just kind of got to work through it. And for me, I look at it like things that are out of my control. Like, for instance, the trailer coming late. If the trailer gets to the yard late, I don't have no control over that. If the trailer is loaded poorly and I got a dig for cases, I don't have no control over loading the trailer. I just got to figure out how to deal with that situation. Like, so that's my approach. That's my approach, man. By knowing that, I just don't let that type of stuff get to me in such a way to where it just mess up my whole day, man. But that's just me. Everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. But, that's how I deal with those type of situations. I just try to think positive, try to stay positive. And that really helps me stay grounded. That really helps me keep things into perspective, so I don't, just blow a gasket because I'm so heated, right? I don't get to that point out here. I get the job done, even if I have to go through some things, have to deal with the problems. I work through them, I get through them, and you know, I live to see another day. That's how I look at it. Like I said, man, for me, it's just mindset, man. Your mindset is so important, and not only your mindset, but the words you speak. So for me, it's like all of those things go together. If you speaking, putting out negativity, putting that negative energy out there into the atmosphere, into the universe, and if all you thinking about is negative stuff all the time, how can you put out anything positive if all you're doing is thinking negative and you speaking negative? So I try not to put that energy out there into the universe, you know? I try to remain positive, man. I'm not gonna say it's easy at times, because it's not. But at the end of the day, if I wanna keep my peace, then I know I gotta stay positive, and I gotta look at it through a different lens than most people would. You know what I mean? Anybody that's watching that's really big on mindset and the law of attraction and all of those sorts of things, you probably can relate to what I'm saying right now. But yeah, man, that's just how I deal with those type of situations. I try not to let too many things get to me, especially the things that I can't control. That doesn't mean I won't mention it to my supervisor and let them know what the issue is in those type of situations. I'm still gonna speak on it. I'm still gonna say something about it. But I'm not gonna get worked up about it and let it, you know, ruin my day. I'm not gonna do that. Can't do that, man. That problem isn't big enough for me to let it, you know, disrupt my day or change my mood, change my attitude. Nah. It's so many other things out there, major problems, major issues that I could be dealing with, to let something like that make me, you know, that upset. Hopefully this answers your question. For the person who asked me, like, how do I overcome adversity? That's how I overcome it. It's just, you know, having a positive mindset, speaking positive to myself, and just understanding that the things that I go through out here is just a part of the job. You know, it kind of come with the territory. So that's kind of how I look at it at the end of the day, man. So hopefully that answers your question. Look, man, if you got any more questions, just drop it down in the comments. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Don't work too hard. Stay safe out there. Until next time, I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Y'all take care. Peace.